Okay, hi again. This is part 2 of my scrap room. So, now we have my table. Under my table we just have a trash can right there. It used to be our old kitchen trash can, but I changed the color, so now it's my scrap room trash. So this is my table. It's a 6-foot table, just one of those ones that you can get, I think we got it at Walmart. And now they don't make them like this. They don't make them one piece anymore. They make them where they fold in half, so you have this big crease in the center. So I'm glad I didn't get one like that, because that would drive me crazy. So on my table I have this little bin, another one from the dollar store, and I have all of my booklets to my Cricut cartridges with their little overlays inside. And those are all in here, and then I just threw all the cartridges in here. And there's my Cricut and my Gypsy. Then over here we just have, I have a bottle of lotion and 2 little tin cans that I got at Target in their little dollar section with Tinkerbell and her friends. So I have my gel pens in this one, and then I have colored pencils and a few of these Bic pens. These are the ultra fine permanent markers. I had bought like an 8-pack to try them, and I really love them. So my mom, we were talking one day, and she actually just ordered me a bigger set of those. Then here's my handmade just for you by, and then I put my name there after I stamp my cards and my albums. I got this at Hobby Lobby, and I think it was half off that day, so I think it was like $2. So that was a good deal. Then up here on the wall, this hasn't moved. This has been here since we put it up. It's kind of a pain in the butt to move because the 2 holes in the back are not level. So it was a real pain to get level. And this was a Making Memories one, so I was kind of really mad that it wasn't even, I don't know, put together that well. It was kind of irritating. But what I have up here is I just have a clock. There's no battery in it yet. And then I have my TY Angel Bear, who goes in all of my scrap rooms. And this flower Caleb made me when he was in kindergarten for Mother's Day last year. And this little turtle, my mom and I were at the store, and I love turtles. And he's really, really soft. But he's, I mean, look how tiny he is. Here's my hand, and here's the turtle. He's so tiny. And his little hands are Velcro. So I wrapped him around the little stem of that flower. And he has this little teeny diamond right here on the bottom of his shell. I think we got him at Toys R Us. And then in this container I have some leaves, some cream colored and some white leaves. I think I got them in the wedding department at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Some of my crocheted flowers. This is some buttons, some larger eyelets, some paper clips, some more flowers. This is some homemade glimmer sprays and a seashell that my mom gave me. Then I have embossing powders, the Michael's Dollar Spot buttons, tons of buttons. I need to start really using the buttons. And then I have some of the wood-mounted stamps. Most of them are from that little Dollar Spot. Then this whole row is ribbon. And then over here I have all of these little ink pads that I got from scrapbook.com. And they're not the best quality, but they're great for the kids to use. These are the small ones that you get at Michael's, and I love these. These are awesome. And they switch the colors all the time, so hopefully mine last a while. And then these are some more of those. This is some flocking powder and just my ribbon scissors that I just designated up here, and an extra roll of ribbon. Then the bottom 2 rows are ribbon and some lace that my mom gave me. I haven't used it yet. I don't really know how to use lace because I don't do a lot of vintage stuff, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but I guess I'll figure it out. And then I don't like the rods through my ribbon because I like to pull the roll off. So what I did is I took one of the rods and I make these little post-it note keychains and give them to friends and family and stuff. And so what I did is I took these clips and a paper clip, and I made a little, I don't know, hinge thing. Not really a hinge, but anyway, it's just hanging off of that, and it works. So then I can still see them, and I can access it easily because it just comes right off the paper clip. But this is those coated ones, so it doesn't slip. So that works for me. And then over here I have some ink out that I'm using for a project. This is my altered recipe box that I learned how to make from Heather at Green Scrappa Machine, and then she had learned from Momo over at Made by Momo. She shows you a step-by-step how to put it together. And then inside I just have my embossing folders, which is what Heather used hers for. And I used an A2 size piece of paper. So it's a 4.5 or 4.25 by 5.5 piece of cardstock, and just did like a sample. So if I pull one out, I know exactly what it's going to look like embossed. And then there's my Texture Boutique. Some cards I made, some birthday cards recently that have to go out this month. These are on my blog. Then I have my little tool caddy here that has my scissors, my crocodile, my Zig 2A glues. This is a little, it's called Pick Me Up by Silhouette. It's almost exactly like the other one that everybody buys. The Quick Stick, I think is what it's called. This is the same exact thing, it's just from a different company. I got this at Custom Crops. And then my Cricut spatula, my poker, my tweezers and stuff. This is just a little pen caddy that I throw stuff in. My lamp. And then I have my Martha Stewart scoreboard and my X-Acto pad. And then my Tinkerbell ATG gun. And then over here I have these two drawers my sister had brought over, and she doesn't really scrapbook, so I kind of took them over. I condensed all her stuff into the bottom drawer, and then I took this one and I put these little folder type things in there, and they have different, this is all like metallic scraps, and this is textured scraps and Christmas scraps, and then there's little sets of collections. This is Disney, and this is the butterfly, I forgot what that was, SEI, but I don't know what it was called. And then there's Tinkerbell, and this is all 12 by 12 paper that I need to use up for like cards and things like that. It's not really stuff I would scrapbook with. My Kleenex. This tub has my sister's 8.5 by 11 paper. Most of it's cardstock, so she has a ton of that in there. Told her I was going to break into it. This box has my cards in it that I've made. Some of them are sets, and some of them are just random cards I've made and I throw in there and find somebody to mail it to. This is an old Nike shoe box, and I throw all of my scraps in here of my cardstock because I don't have any drawers to really organize it by color yet, which I'm working on. Up here in the back, I do have some 12 by 12 full sheets that are not like in a pad. And then down here on the floor I have my heater, my space heater, because it gets really super cold down here. So I do use that a lot. And then this is my only window that I have, but it works for the space that I'm in. And then over here some more drawers with some stuff. The bottom one is keepsake stuff, the top one is just a catch-all, and the middle one has like borders and the longer sticker collections that go with certain collections that I have. This has altered items in it, little containers we've saved and things like that. This has some yarn in it. This little container has embroidery floss, and it's full. It has all kinds of different colors, and I make my flowers with that sometimes. That's a project. This is my big standing closet. I'm not gonna go through everything that's in here, but you can see it holds a ton of stuff. So there's just tons of stuff. Up on the top is CDs of my photos, my iron, some extra containers. This box actually has acrylic paints in it, and my Xyron and Caleb's fuse beads and all the accessories for that. And the bottom is just kind of a, that's where we needed to put it, sorry. And then over here I have my counter, and Caleb got to take over the counter because we had to take his table down. So this is kind of his space. He made this little calendar for me last year at school. This little easel thing my dad made, and I use it to display when I'm taking pictures and stuff sometimes. And then Caleb's got some kind of project going for his teacher, I guess. I don't know what it is. But then he's got this little bucket here, and it has all of his little albums in it that he's made or working on. His little markers and colored pencils. This is his little basket of flowers. Some of his stickers and things like that in here. And then he has some beads in here, like letter beads and number beads. In this drawer, I just have a bunch of stuff. Tape, post-it notepads, some extra scissors, rubber bands, kind of office supply stuff. Down here I have some 12 by 12 albums, and then in the back over here I have 8.5 by 11s that I did of my kids. That's how I started. This little tin has Caleb's projects in it. This is an 8.5 or an 8 by 8 of my dog. This just has a bunch of my Disney stuff in it. This actually has die cuts in it when you went to the store and actually bought die cuts. But you know, I don't do that because I have my Cricut, so I think I'm going to let Caleb use some of these. And then back here I have this little set of creating keepsakes. It's like inspiration projects and tips and techniques and things like that. So then the top drawer over here has my embossing supplies, my Memento ink, my embossing ink, some projects, some 3-hole punches. This drawer is Caleb's. It's got all of his pom-poms, some construction paper, his little paper dolls. And he actually plays with these, so they're getting kind of bent up. So probably have to make some new ones. And then this one has some extra stuff like receipts and things like that from ordering my ATG gun, my red one. Something that my oldest son made that we need to frame and put in his room. And a CD case that has CDs in it. And then down here is the foam drawer that you guys saw in the previous video of mine, but it's kind of collected a couple extra things, like these Connects booklets shouldn't be in here, but we don't have any other place for them. So that's all the foam. Tons of foam. And this is like a latch hook kit that my mom gave Caleb, but he doesn't know how to use it yet, so we'll hang on to that. So that's my room. I'm just going to kind of step back and give you guys a little pan view. So it kind of goes from here all the way over. There is still quite a bit of space in here. Like you can still hear a little echo. I need to put some things up on the wall. The walls are really bare. But that is my scrap room. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about anything I showed or any questions at all, just leave me a comment, write me a message, whatever, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So I hope everybody's having a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.